I'm Mr. Sanchez. I am the physics teacher at North. And if you're watching this, you're probably interested in physics classes. There's a good chance that you've checked out the other videos that I have in there, and you've got an idea of kind of where this is going. Now, for the final one that we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about APC, which is Advanced Placement C for physics. In this case, I'll go ahead and let you know some of the requirements here. This is a calculus-based physics class. It actually comes in two parts. The first semester is what we call mechanics. The second semester is electricity and magnetism. Now we're going to go in depth with these in this class. You're going to learn calculus relationships, which usually give you a lot more information and a lot more liberty than many of the other physics classes that we have. Basically, calculus allows you to start with only one equation and basically apply it to any situation you want. Although usually what we'll end up doing is simplifying the calculus equations under certain conditions down to some of the algebra-based ones that we deal with. So calculus is important for this class and it is expected, but it's not that it magically makes physics work. Physics works even without calculus if you know how to apply it properly. That's not to say that calculus isn't profoundly important to it. Don't misinterpret me there, sorry. For APC, again, the first semester, for the most part, is mechanics. You're going to learn all the regular stuff for Newtonian mechanics, so objects in motion, forces, energy, collisions, harmonic oscillations, a little bit of mechanical waves. In the second semester, we focus entirely on electricity and magnetism, the forces on charged particles. We'll also be going in depth in calculating something called electric fields. We're going to understand complicated circuits, including ones that have capacitors and inductors in them as well. And then we will also be basically approaching Maxwell's equations with magnetism. You'll get a much deeper understanding of magnetism and things like generators and transformers, how they work. For APC, you are definitely going to want calculus, as I mentioned before. You need to either have had it before or be in calculus at the same time. Now, the College Board for APC heavily recommends you take an introductory physics class before APC. In other words, APC would be your senior year, and then your junior year you would take either General Physics as a nice introductory course, or AP Physics 1, which is also a great introductory course, though it doesn't cover as much of the material. It will cover some of the important stuff more in depth. So both are great options. Right now, we do not require you to have had a previous physics class. However, understand that it's going to be a bit tougher to keep up in APC if you don't have a background in physics. One of the final things that I have to say about APC is this is what you want if you are looking to go into engineering. Or one of the physical sciences, things like physics, astrophysics, and a couple of other associated ones in there. But engineering is definitely, and hey, you'd think that I'd be able to spell that. Engineering. I knew something looked wrong. I only got a degree in it, you'd think I'd be able to spell it. But words are hard. Anyway, engineering. So if you're looking to go into engineering, most schools are going to be looking for the APC, the calculus-based physics. They probably won't accept even high scores on the AP Physics 1 or AP Physics 2. Most of the ones, especially with accredited engineering programs, are going to be looking for the APC. For local schools, I know that OSU and OU both require APC scores in order to test out of the introductory physics for engineers, probably spelled correctly. Now, just like we saw with AP Physics 1 and AP Physics 2, AP Physics C is actually, it will have two different tests associated with it. How it's different from AP Physics 1 and AP Physics 2 is in APC, they're actually two smaller tests. In other words, you can take both of them in the same amount of time it would take you to take a regular AP exam. Unfortunately, they're still charged independently, so take that as you will. But if you do well on the first APC exam, which is called APC Mechanics, That will get you out of the first semester of physics for engineers. If you do well on the second exam, APC E&M, that can get you out of the second semester of physics for engineers. The nice thing about splitting it up here is if you're stronger on mechanics, but not so strong on E&M, if you do well on this test, you can still get out of one of the semesters. By the same token, you can get credit for the second semester even if you don't do as well on this one. And so it's kind of a trade-off there. But those are the options that you have available. If you're looking to go into engineering, APC is the way to go. In order to do that, you're going to need to either have had calculus or be in calculus at the same time. And it's strongly recommended that you have an introductory physics course, either AP Physics 1 or General Physics. Depending on what you're wanting to go into, one might be better than the other. You're welcome to swing by my room in E157 and ask me about it if you'd like some additional advice on it.